I will put a libertarian in my cabinet and also libertarians in senior posts.
Donald Trump recently spoke at the Libertarian Party's national convention.
Pretty good.
He asked Libertarian delegates for their support.
You should nominate me or at least vote for me, and we should win together.
There were cheers, but mostly boos, and party members chose this man to be their nominee.
I'm fighting for a world set free in our lifetime. Are you fighting for a world set free in our lifetime?
Chase Oliver's the new Libertarian presidential candidate. But to my sadness, I've discovered when I ask people, what's a libertarian? Most don't know. What's a libertarian?
A libertarian is someone that allows you to live your life in peace, free from government intrusion. If you're not harming anyone, your life is your life, your body's your body, your business is your business.
But don't Democrats and Republicans basically believe that?
Well, they love to talk about that stuff, about freedom and liberty, but in reality, they could put all kinds of government programs that invade your privacy, your business, your life.
He runs ads about that.
The only thing Democrats and Republicans can agree on is how to spend your money out of thin air and devalue our dollar. Just about every program could be better done through the private marketplace.
What about people who are helpless?
Just because I don't want the government to help people doesn't mean that I don't think we need to help people.
Private individuals and charities, he says, can and do help people, often better than government does. But politicians say government can help more if we just raise taxes on the rich.
It is time for a wealth tax in America.
Shouldn't the rich pay more? We have more.
No, you as an individual, rich or poor, can probably better allocate your resources and figure out a better way to spend your money than a government bureaucrat who has no idea who you are.
Unlike many political candidates, Oliver learned about the world by working regular jobs.
Well, I started out in restaurants. Yeah, my first job was being a dishwasher, but then I basically did every job you could do in a restaurant, got my expertise in the field, and was actually helping to advise new entrepreneurs how to open restaurants. And then from there, I moved into the world of logistics, where I got an appreciation for free markets, moving goods from one side of the world to the other.
The third party could end up playing spoiler for Democrats and for President Joe Biden.
Democrats and Republicans complain. He's going to be a spoiler. He's going to elect the other guy.
You can't spoil something that's already rotten. And if you look at the approval ratings of Congress and the president, that are always below 50%, or even in Congress, below 20%, people are sick and tired of the two-party system.
In Georgia, it's headed for a December 6th runoff election.
2 years ago, Oliver forced a runoff in Georgia's Senate race.
Both candidates are fighting for the 80,000 Georgians who voted for Libertarian Chase Oliver.
You'd have been better off nominating no one than Chase Oliver.
Some Republicans trash Oliver.
He supported the employer vax mandates, which is the least libertarian policy in human history.
But Oliver doesn't support government vaccine mandates.
I support the right of property owners to determine the business that happens on their property or in their business.
You're just saying let a private owner require whatever he wants on his property.
Yeah. You as a consumer then have a choice to, will I work at this business or will I take my talent elsewhere? And I would say a lot of businesses who required vaccines probably lost a lot of good talent to firms that didn't. That's the way the marketplace is supposed to react, not government.
He is in support of the transing of the kids.
I'm not in favor of transing or not transing. I'm in favor of parents making determinations that's the best for their family. And I'm not a healthcare expert, and neither is Ben Shapiro.
He talks openly about sending kids to Drag Queen Story Hour. There are actual pictures of him, like, with drag queens.
Oh, no. Photos of me with drag queens. Oh, my.
He says the best way to export liberty is with an open border.
You would let anybody in who's not a criminal who wants to come?
Yeah, I think you should come through a port of entry, declare who you are, and if you're not someone who's dangerous, yeah, come right through.
How can we have completely open borders when America has become a welfare state and people would come here to freeload?
We need to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. We can oppose the welfare state while fixing the immigration crisis.
Oliver is the most pro-immigration candidate.
Troops out now!
He's also the most anti-war candidate.
I started out in the Democratic Party as an anti-war protester, opposing the Bush wars. We had a candidate for president who ran on a lot of promises to end those wars.
I will get our troops home. We will bring an end to this war.
He failed on every one of those promises, and it drove me out of the Democratic Party because I realized it wasn't really an anti-war party. It was an anti-Bush party masquerading as an anti-war party.
George W. Bush authorized 48 recorded drone strikes over his 8 years in office. Obama launched 52 in his first year alone.
The war machine was in both major parties, and I'm glad I found the Libertarians because they're the real anti-war party.
close all overseas bases.
We have to stop being the world's policeman. It's created further destabilization, less trust in the United States, and ultimately can make it more dangerous at home and abroad.
The current fight between Israel and Hamas, what would you do?
Israel has a right to respond. The nature of their response has been very, very bad.
End genocide, ceasefire now.
Finally, when it comes to what I think is the biggest threat to America's future, Oliver doesn't pander like Republicans and Democrats do.
I will not cut a single Social Security or Medicare benefit.
We will protect Medicare and Social Security.
People who are around the age of 40, we recognize that even if we contribute to Social Security, we're never going to get those benefits because of how unsustainable this system is. If you were given your wealth back, you could just put that into the marketplace and earn a far better retirement than what the government's providing you in their Ponzi scheme of Social Security.
Give us a system where we can opt out right now, leave the employer contribution for our parents and grandparents, and then completely eliminate the system altogether and never, ever, ever bring it back.
People love Social Security. You can't win any election criticizing that.
Sometimes you have to be bold in your principles, regardless if it costs you a few votes or not, because we have to put the ideas out there.
I agree. And now you know a bit more about one candidate who may be on the ballot in all 50 states who's not Joe Biden or Donald Trump. In a few weeks, I'll air my full interview with Oliver. To get YouTube to show that to you, please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell.